Archangel Michael says, listen closely and do not panic, because the next words will steady your heartbeat. A storm has been set in motion with your name in the center, but I am already standing in the doorway between you and the impact. There is a complaint with your details on it, stamped, recorded, and moved forward, but it is not the truth about you. The shadow that moved against you did not begin tonight. It was weeks ago, in a whisper, a small lie told with casual ease, a seed planted in the dark. Now the seed has become a notice, and the notice is knocking on the door of your peace. I need you to stand, not run. I need you to breathe, not break. I need you to remember that when fear raises its voice, it does not get to own the room. Someone who smiled at you recently is pretending to protect you while guiding attention toward your name. Their words were careful, their hands were clean, but their intention was not. They pushed a story forward, held their breath, and waited to see if you would fall. You did not fall. You paused, and in that pause I placed a shield around you, one that looks like wisdom, calm, and the right words at the right time. The complaint exists, but it does not carry the authority to define you. The reason they're coming will surprise you because it is not only to question you. It is to confirm whether you are the person a stranger pretended to be when they used your name. A transaction, a message, a hurried signature, none of it was yours, but all of it points at you. Do not fear the knock. Do not fear the voice at the gate. Fear only the lie that wants to convince you that you are alone. There is a face in your memory that keeps resurfacing when you try to rest. They stood too close to your story, asked too many casual questions, and mirrored your phrases back to you. Pay attention to that face, for they are woven into this moment. A file was quietly prepared with screenshots and timestamps. At the bottom is a clip stitched from words you never said but could be made to sound like you. They are betting on your silence to do the rest of the work. Silence can be powerful, but tonight, choosing silence would be surrender. Choose clarity instead, clear eyes, clear breath, clear sentences. I will place the right wording on your tongue when it matters. You may feel a tremor in your chest when you imagine explaining yourself. That tremor is not weakness, it is your spirit gathering to speak with precision. I will steady it, so your truth lands like a stone in still water, one ripple, then another, then calm. When they arrive, they will come with questions crafted from someone else's story. You will listen, and you will not accept the frame that paints you as a shadow. You will give facts, calmly, one at a time, like placing lighted lamps along a dark path. There is evidence of times and places that do not align with where you stood. There are calls that did not originate from your device, messages that did not come from your hand. There is a location tag that proves you were elsewhere when the act occurred. I have already whispered into the routine of a clerk who will notice the inconsistency. I have also moved a thought across the mind of one investigator who will ask the right follow-up question. These are small hinges that swing large doors. Do not argue with rumors. Do not engage in endless explanations to win the approval of those who are committed to their suspicion. Speak once, clearly, and let your calm unsettle their assumptions. There will be a moment when they share the supposed reason, and it will stun you with its pettiness. The accuser is fueled not by justice, but by envy wearing a uniform of concern. They wanted to see your name dim so theirs would seem brighter. I know the room where they first shared the plan. I know the laugh that followed their pretend reluctance. I know the exact sentence they practiced, soft around the edges and sharp in the middle. You are not at the mercy of that sentence. You are not at the mercy of their timing. You are accompanied by a momentum stronger than their scheme. Tonight, prepare your space with order. Place your documents where you can reach them without fumbling. Write down the simple sequence of where you were and who can confirm it. Do not rehearse fear. Rehearse steadiness. Rehearse the truth until it stands on its own without your hands holding it up. A sign will appear before they arrive. It may be a flicker in the light, a sudden ping on your device, or the quiet awareness that the air has thinned and cleared. When you notice it, exhale, because it means the soil under your feet has already been leveled. You will remember a small kindness you offered recently to someone who looked away too quickly. They saw you, they recognized your consistency, and they will speak if asked. They will not betray that memory with silence. If the thought crosses your mind that this is punishment, dismiss it. This is not punishment, it is exposure, of a jealousy that hid in plain sight, of a lie that feared your growth. Exposure looks like trouble at first, but it is actually a doorway. Walk through it. Do not sprint, do not stumble, walk. Let each step declare that your life is not run by accusations. You will be tempted to text the person you suspect and demand an explanation. Do not. Let the line remain quiet, let their anxiety turn its own gears without your energy feeding it. Instead, conserve your focus for the moment that matters. Drink water slowly, breathe slowly, review slowly. Slowness is strength when urgency tries to push you into errors. There is an old wound in you that whispers, "Here we go again." I answer that wound, "Not this time." This time, your preparation will meet my guidance, and the outcome will change the pattern. The accuser fears your next season. They saw you preparing for a step higher than the one you stand on now. They tried to throw stones into your path so you would watch your feet instead of raising your eyes. Lift your eyes. I am already ahead of you on the path, and your name is shielded by more than reputation. It is covered by the record of your actions that align with your true character. When you speak, do not perform innocence, embody it. Innocence does not plead, it states. Innocence does not scramble, it stands. A paper trail will emerge that points away from you. It will include a mismatch, a device ID, a handwriting slant, a detail only the guilty would have added. These are cracks in the shell of the lie, and the light will find them. What you cannot see tonight is that this interruption is also a turning. The same system used to target you will record your strength. The same people called to question you will later speak of your clarity. There is a voice from your past that once accused you unfairly. You spent months trying to prove yourself to that voice, and it never satisfied. Release that history so it does not rise to cloud your present. You are not the sum of other people's misreadings. You are not the echo of their fear. You are the sound of your own truth spoken with quiet courage. If sleep tries to run from you, sit up and write. Write not to unravel yourself, but to anchor yourself. Write the events in order, and watch panic lose its script. I will place in your memory the one detail you forgot. It will arrive like a small bell in a silent room. It will be enough to align the rest. In the morning, light will fall differently on your floor. It will feel like relief dressed as ordinary. That is because the pressure has already begun to lift. When they ask how you knew to stay calm, you will not say my name with your lips. But your composure will say it for you. Your steadiness will translate the language of protection. You may still feel a shake in your knees when the first question is asked. Let it pass through you like wind through an open window. Do not grip the fear, let it pass so only the truth remains. The accuser thrives on attention. Deny them the performance they crave. Give them a closed door and a finished sentence. I know the moment their courage will falter. It will be when confronted with a fact they did not prepare for. They will blink, adjust, and try to pivot. Do not follow their pivot. Hold to the path of the evidence, not the theater of their narrative. Point to what is real, not to what is loud. The difference will be obvious to those who matter. After this, your name will carry a new weight. Not the weight of suspicion, but the weight of having stood and not shaken. People remember those who remain gentle under pressure. You will feel the urge to announce your vindication widely. Resist that urge until the process completes. Let your peace be the announcement for now. In private, you will exhale the breath you did not realize you were holding. Tears may come, not of fear, but of release. Let them come, and let them go. There is a gift hidden in this friction. It is the clarity of who is for you and who was only near you. You will not forget that clarity, and it will serve you well. The phone call you feared will arrive and end softly. The tone will change halfway through as the other side realizes who you truly are. They will hear the steadiness in your voice and align accordingly. Remember this: truth takes the stairs while lies try to use the elevator. Truth arrives breathless sometimes, but it still arrives. And when it does, it stays. You have a future that this interruption cannot erase. You have work that will still be waiting, unharmed and shining. Walk toward it when this moment passes. It has not been taken from you. I am not promising that every hour will feel easy. I am promising that you will not face any of those hours without help. Help has already been sent ahead of you to every room where your name will be spoken. Notice how your hands are steadier now. Notice how your thoughts are clearer than they were minutes ago. That is not an accident, it is evidence of protection in real time. The person behind this does not understand the cost of what they started. They believe that harming you would elevate them. What they began will become the mirror that shows them themselves. You do not need revenge. You need only the light, and the light is already on your side. Stand in it, and everything that cannot endure it will drift to the edges. When they ask for a statement, give them the sequence, the receipts, the confirmations. Give them the honest simplicity that comes from having nothing to hide. Give them your presence without fear. Your courage will not roar, it will hum. It will hum through your words, through your posture, through the way you look at the questioner and truly see them as a person. That humanity is a power they cannot rehearse against. If a memory tries to accuse you, answer it with the present. If a doubt tries to pull you backward, answer it with the evidence you hold now. This is how you turn a spiral into a line. A new ally will appear in the process, quiet, competent, unassuming. They will point out an inconsistency that changes the direction of the inquiry. Do not be surprised, I whispered it to them in a moment they thought was their own insight. Later, you will walk outside and the air will feel taller. It will be as if the sky moved a step closer. That is the sensation of a burden lifting. You will not need to defend yourself to everyone who misunderstands. You will not need to narrate your pain to be believed. You will simply continue, and in your continuing, people will make their own corrections. The accuser will avoid your eyes the next time they pass you. They will speak softer, not from respect, but from the weight of what failed. Do not waste your gaze, let them keep their secrecy. Focus instead on the work that loves you back. Focus on the people who never doubted your center. Focus on the small, ordinary joys that remind you who you are when no one is watching. Tonight taught you something priceless. You discovered that your peace is not a fragile lamp but a lighthouse. It does not stop storms, it outlasts them and guides others through. If you feel emptiness after the adrenaline fades, fill it with gentleness. Make something warm, hold it, sip it slowly. Speak kindness to yourself the way you would to a friend who just survived a long night. From this day, set a new guard around your details, your name, your data, your boundaries. Not from paranoia, but from wisdom earned honestly. Trust is generous, and now it will also be discerning. Your life will not be reduced to tonight's disturbance. You will not be defined by the accusation you did not earn. You will be remembered for how you walked through it without letting it rewrite you. I will keep walking with you, even when the room empties and the noise subsides. I will keep placing the right people in your path, the right questions in your mouth, the right rest in your bones. This is not the end of anything valuable, it is the beginning of a clearer, truer way of moving. When you lay down, set no alarm for dread. Set your heart to wake with purpose, not with panic. Purpose will be waiting by the door in the morning. And when the moment comes, when you hear the steps, the knock, the request, open with calm. You are protected, prepared, and partnered with help that does not run. The truth has longer legs than the accusation, and it is already on the move. Remember this night for what it revealed, not for what it threatened. It revealed your capacity, your courage, your quiet command. Carry those forward, and let everything else be recycled into wisdom. Now breathe, and feel how the room answers by softening. Look at your hands and see how ready they are to hold only what belongs to you. Look toward the door and feel no tremor in your chest. Your name will be honored again. Your steps will be steady again. Your tomorrow will open like a window that forgot it was stuck. Leave the rest to time, to process, to patience that does not need an audience. Leave the accuser to their own reflection. Leave this night with the dignity that could not be shaken from you. Your spirit has learned the sound of your own authority. It will not unlearn it. It will only deepen. And I will be here, in the quiet between heartbeats, reminding you that you are safe, seen, and stronger than the echo of any false report. Walk forward now with your shoulders light and your gaze lifted. What was meant to break you will go on record as something that rebuilt you instead. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, "The night is not against you. it is a curtain that lets your courage rehearse before the morning. You are not trapped inside this moment, you are practicing a new calm that will travel with you long after this ends. Hold that calm like a lantern, and let it show you where to place each step. Begin with your circle. There are 2 people who know your patterns and can confirm your whereabouts without rehearsal or prompting. Reach them with a simple message. If anyone asks, here is the exact timeline of my day. Do not over-explain to them. Give them the clean sequence, the time stamps, and the places. Ask them to keep this safe and be ready if a call comes. Now, your documents. Place identification, recent receipts, commute logs, and any access entries in one folder. If you use a ride service, download the trip history and save it as a file with today's date. Breathe and check your devices. Your passcodes should be strong, and your 2-factor security should be active. You are not fortifying from fear, you are building clarity's house so it has solid doors. As you move through your space, notice what steadies you. It might be the quiet hum of an appliance, the weight of a book, or the warmth of a mug. Let simple things keep your nervous system anchored while your mind organizes the truth. You may remember a corridor, a parking lot, a small window with a view of a tree. These details matter, they put oxygen in your account of events. Write them down as you remember them, even if they seem ordinary. The accuser expects you to scatter. Scattering turns truth into fragments that are harder to gather. But you will not scatter. You will arrange, and arrangement is a kind of armor. There is a message you almost sent today. You hesitated and decided to wait, and that hesitation protected you. Trust that same instinct now, it has already proven itself wise. When you rest your hands on the table, feel for the grain of the wood. Let rhythm return to your breathing, 4 counts in, 6 counts out, steady and sure. This rhythm signals to your body that you are not prey, you are present. A memory will suddenly click into place, a receipt you left folded in a jacket, a gate you passed through, a person who waved. Let this memory join your notes without fanfare. Not every proof needs fireworks, it only needs to exist. Do not chase rumors online. Do not scroll for mentions of your name in rooms that have not earned access to your energy. Rumors eat hours and deliver nothing but more hunger. If someone who enjoys chaos tries to call you dramatic for preparing, smile inwardly and keep preparing. Preparation is dignity in action. It is not a performance, it is a posture. The person behind this complaint wanted attention to sit like a crown on their head. They hoped everyone would stare at them for having the courage to accuse. But crowns borrowed from lies slip at the first bead of sweat. I have placed rest stops along the path of the next 24 hours. You will know them because you will feel your shoulders drop a few millimeters without effort. Stop when you feel them, sip something, and continue. When asked for your statement, do not memorize, familiarize. You do not need to recite, you need to recognize. Stand in your own sequence so that your answers arrive natural and exact. It is possible someone you respect will initially misunderstand you. Do not collapse under their first impression. Give them room to change their mind after the facts unfold. The accuser's story contains a flourish, an extra detail meant to sound convincing. That flourish will become a thread that unravels the whole fabric. Every tailor knows when a seam is false, and so do experienced listeners. You will walk across a threshold and feel the old fear look for you. It will not find you where you used to be. You have moved from reaction to response, and fear cannot track the new address. If your sleep comes in slices, accept it. Rest does not have to arrive as a single unbroken sheet to be useful. Collect the slices and let them add up to enough. Morning will carry a clean, practical light. You will reread your notes and feel gratitude for your midnight self. Thank that version of you, they carried water for your future. There will be a pause in the conversation with an official, use it. In pauses, precision often slips in unnoticed and settles on your next sentence. Let the pause be your friend, not your enemy. Your voice will sound different to you, steadier and lower. That is not a mask. That is your natural register when fear is not steering. Speak from there, and everything aligns. An unexpected kindness will arrive from an ordinary source, a receptionist who double-checks a date, a guard who points to a sign in line with fewer people. These kindnesses are not small, they. Restraint strengthens you immediately and later. You will remember a digital trail that clears a key hour, a calendar invite, a system log, a geotag in a photo you took for no reason. Gather it without drama. Let the timestamp speak in the accent of numbers. If doubt tries to perform in front of you, imagine a pane of glass between you and the performance. You can see it, but it cannot touch you. Clarity is the room you stand in, doubt is banging on the window outside. You will meet an eye across a desk and recognize competence. Trust competence when you see it. It is not loud, it is organized. When the accuser is asked to repeat their story, listen for edits. Edits signal fears, and fears reveal where the truth is missing. You do not need to shout when the edits appear, simply let them be noticed. You might hear the phrase, routine procedure. Believe it, and let it reduce the illusion of catastrophe. Routine is not dismissal, it is a path with known steps. If a question is asked that you do not fully understand, ask for it to be rephrased. This is not weakness, it is accuracy inviting clarity. Accuracy is your ally, and it honors everyone involved. As the hours move, relief will arrive in increments. It will not wave a flag, it will tidy the edges. You will feel it first in your jaw, then in your shoulders, then in your thoughts. Reach for nourishment that loves you back. Let food be simple, water be plenty, and movement be gentle. Your body is not a courtroom, do not keep it under cross-examination. When the day slows, you may think about the person who signed their name to the complaint. You may imagine the room where they inhale regret and call it pride. Release them to their lesson, do not enroll yourself as their teacher. A door that used to stick in your life will start to open. It opens because you stopped forcing it and started aligning with what is real. Real things open at their hinge points. You will notice how much unnecessary noise you used to tolerate. You will start declining invitations to chaos that you once accepted out of habit. This is growth disguised as preference. Your sleep tonight will be heavier. It will not arrive like a visitor you chase, it will arrive like a friend who has a spare key. Let it enter and tidy your mind. The next morning you will sort your messages with discretion. Not everyone deserves the story, some only deserve the headline. Protect your details, they are precious in a world that sells attention by the ounce. If someone asks for gossip, give them silence. If someone asks with care, give them the shape, not the blood. You owe no one your re-injury. You will feel a grateful ache for the people who stood quietly next to you. Tell them they mattered. Let gratitude be the ribbon that ties this lesson to your memory. I will draw your attention to one small administrative step that will close a loophole. Take that step within the week. Closing loops is how you keep your peace from leaking. From this experience, you will compose a personal code. No rushed decisions after midnight, no important calls without notes, no agreements without a record. This code will not cage you, it will free you to move without fear. You will discover you are less interested in being liked and more invested in being clear. Clarity attracts the right friendships and politely releases the wrong ones. Welcome this shift, it will save you years. There might be an apology one day, quiet and late. Receive it if it is clean, and keep it if it is offered with accountability. But do not build your healing schedule around it. The person who tried to stage your fall will step onto the rug they pulled. The rug will not hold. Gravity is not cruel, it is honest. Keep a record of your victories, even the small ones. Write them in a plain notebook with dates and short lines. On difficult mornings, open it and remember what you've already outlived. Teach your nervous system what safety feels like. Safety is not the absence of challenges, it is the presence of capacity. And capacity is growing in you like a strong root beneath the surface. When you laugh again, and you will, it will sound newly grounded. Laughter will no longer be a thin escape, it will be a bell that rings from a sturdy tower. Let it ring without apology. You are changing the way you carry your name. It sits higher now, balanced, unafraid. Names held like this do not slip easily into other people's pockets. If a stranger thanks you for your patience, accept it as a secret message from me. Patience is not passivity, it is a muscular stillness that does not waste energy. You have learned to use it well. Soon you will enter rooms where your story could have been a weakness. Instead, it will be your quiet credential for resilience. You will not mention it, but it will walk in with you. A final check, look back at the night when fear tried to grow tall. See how your calm reduced its height to size. This is your new skill, and you will use it again, gently, precisely, effectively. Archangel Machael says, you are not defined by accusations, processes, or the attention span of those who skim your life. You are defined by the way you return to yourself after every tremor, taller than before. Carry this return with you, it is your true north. In the next weeks, your focus will become a cleaner blade. It will cut away distractions that once wore disguises you believed. What remains will be a life that suits your soul like a tailored coat. Do not be surprised if opportunities arrive where suspicion once sat. Emptied chairs do not stay empty long. Make sure the next seat is filled by something that nourishes you. You will sense when it's time to speak up for someone else facing a similar shadow. When that time comes, offer your steadiness without telling your whole story. Let your calm be the template they borrow. Tonight, close your eyes and picture the file with your name. Imagine light passing through it the way morning passes through a thin curtain. Paper cannot hold darkness when light insists. If your heart asks for something simple, music, a walk, the scent of soap, give it that. There is nothing childish about small comforts. They are stitches holding together the fabric of ordinary courage. You will notice your posture changing, chin level, shoulders down, breath even. This is your body practicing trust without words. Let it rehearse until trust becomes its resting pose. Archangel Michael says, the way you stood in this will echo ahead of you. Doors that require poise will open, and you will step through them without looking down. You will carry yourself like someone who has already met the storm and learned the language of stillness. There is no final test waiting around the corner. There is only the life you are now more fit to live. Enter it with the calm you earned, and let your days widen. When people ask how you did it, smile and say, I told the truth and kept breathing. They will nod, because that is both simple and rare. Rarity has a way of being remembered. If the accuser finds you again with a smaller plot, it will not land. Your boundaries now have guardrails and lights. They will see the warning and decide not to try. As you move forward, let curiosity return. Ask your life good questions. What brings me peace? What grows me? What do I release? And then live your answers without announcing them. I am still here, not as a headline, but as the quiet architecture of your day. Protection does not retire after a single battle. It becomes the design in your habits, the shape of your choices, the steady of your steps. Walk on, and let your name mean what you've proved it means: consistent, brave, clear. The complaint will fade into the archive where untrue things go to sleep. Your life will not fade. It will sharpen. And when evening comes again, you will not fear it. You will sit in its gentle dark and feel companioned rather than hunted. That is how you will know the turning is complete. When the wind touches your face, hear it say what I am saying now. You are safe. You are seen. Archangel Michael says, this chapter did not break you, it balanced you. Return to your work, to your people, to your quiet joys. Let the new steadiness do the talking wherever you go. Archangel Michael says, you are learning the difference between panic and alertness, and that difference will carry you. Alertness is awake, observant, and balanced, while panic is loud, clumsy, and blind. Choose awake, observant, and balanced, and you will move like a lighthouse guiding ships through fog. The person who used your name tried to build a bridge out of rumors. But rumors are made of vapor. Step onto them and they disappear beneath your feet. Stand only on the beams of verifiable fact, and every step will hold. You will start hearing your own voice as an instrument you can tune. Not too fast, not too soft, clear, measured, and warm enough to be human. People trust voices like that because they sound like rooms with windows. If a question feels loaded, set it down gently and separate the parts. Answer the piece you understand, and invite clarity for the rest. This keeps you from wrestling smoke and keeps the conversation honest. The reason they're coming will try to paint you as careless. Refuse that color. Your actions are careful, intentional, and clean. Hold to that identity and watch the narrative lose its grip. You may notice small signs aligning for you, an email arriving at the exact moment you needed it, a timestamp syncing with your memory. Do not call them coincidences if the word drains your courage. Call them confirmations, and let them strengthen your stance. Someone close to the accuser is already uncomfortable with the lie. They will not leap to your defense, but they will hesitate when pressed. Hesitation creates light, light creates paths, paths lead to truth. Keep your words simple as bricks. Stack them in order without artistry, and they will build something unshakable. Art can be for later, bricks are for now. You will be offered advice that belongs to someone else's life. Accept what is useful and let the rest pass through like wine through leaves. Wisdom fits, noise scratches. As you move, practice the habit of closing loops. If a document is needed, secure it. If a call is requested, place it. If a note is useful, write it. Unclosed loops invite anxiety, and anxiety does not get a desk in your day. There is a moment ahead when laughter will find you unexpectedly. It will arrive not from mockery but from relief, like a door swinging open with no squeak. Let it fill your lungs and remind your body what openness feels like. A single sentence will become your anchor. Here is the sequence as I experienced it. Repeat it whenever the conversation tries to scatter into speculation. Sequenced reality is stronger than dramatized suspicion. If you catch yourself rehearsing what you'll say at 3 in the morning, switch to rehearsing how you'll breathe. The body that can breathe can speak. The breath is the first witness for your truth. Return to it and let your mind be a second witness, not the only one. You will notice the accuser mistrusts silence. They will try to fill it quickly, and in that quickness they will reveal a seam. Let their speed be their own undoing, you don't need to race. Archangel Michael says, the truth does not need armor to prove it is strong, it needs consistent daylight. Bring daylight to each corner without drama, and the shadows will have nowhere to sit. This is how you win without clanging your sword. At some point, you will look at a clock and realize hours have passed without fear managing you. Mark that moment, it's a milestone disguised as ordinary time. Milestones like that change your posture for years. Consider the future for a quiet minute. Imagine a calendar without this tension, a morning where your first thought is breakfast, not defense. That image is not fantasy, it is a destination you are already walking toward. If anger visits, let it sit without feeding it arguments. Anger can be a signal that a boundary needs attention. Listen to the signal, reinforce the boundary, and then ask anger to go. Your presence will teach people how to speak to you. Calm invites clarity, clarity invites respect. Where respect stands, manipulation finds no chair. Someone will share a story of their own unjust moment. Do not let comparison steal your focus, but allow compassion to keep you human. Compassion and clarity can stand in the same room without conflict. A mundane object will become part of your testimony, perhaps a bus ticket, a checkout receipt, or a door camera ping. Honor the mundane, it saves lives more often than grand gestures do. Let it save yours in the small way it can. When a friend asks if you're okay, answer in chapters, not explosions. Today, I am steady. Tomorrow, I will follow the steps. After that, I'll rest. If someone tries to bargain with your peace, tell me everything, then I'll support you, decline with grace. Support with strings is not support, it is scaffolding that creaks when you lean on it. Choose the structures that hold without conditions. Your sleep will begin to knit itself back together. Not because the world became perfect, but because you learned to tuck the day in before you lay down. Tucking the day in is an act of leadership over your own life. When you feel your shoulders rise, lower them intentionally. It's a message to your nervous system that the emergency exits are clear. Emergencies shrink when exits are obvious. The accuser may attempt a public flourish. Let them throw confetti for themselves. Confetti does not change records. Records are kept by clerks, machines, and the stubborn honesty of time. In interviews, treat each question like a box you open and close. Open it, place the correct item inside, close it. Do not start opening every box on the shelf at once. You will not be perfect, and you do not need to be. A stutter does not make a truth false. A pause does not make a timeline weak. If you make a small mistake, correct it openly and keep walking. Correction shows confidence, cover-ups show fear. Confidence, even quiet, makes rooms kinder. Archangel Machael says, you can be both gentle and immovable. Gentle with yourself and others, immovable on the facts that protect you. Hold both, and people will adjust around your steadiness. A new practice will emerge from this, brief daily audits of what matters. 2 minutes of review in the evening, 2 in the morning. It's a lighthouse routine, small, bright, and reliable. You may be tempted to create an epic post to set the record straight. Instead, set your own record straight in your files, your conversations, and your body. Public storms end faster when you don't throw your own thunder into them. There will be a small celebration when the pressure drops. It might be a longer walk, a favorite meal, or an afternoon with no phone. Call it a return, not a reward. Notice how your intuition sharpened. It did not become suspicious, it became discerning. Discernment is clarity with empathy, not fear with armor. A person who once took you for granted will look again and see you differently. They won't know what changed, but you will, your posture toward yourself. People read that posture even when you say nothing. You will want to thank those who stood quietly in the background. Do it. Quiet loyalty is a rare currency. Honor it while it is still warm. Let this be the season you retire from over-explaining. Explanations will be measured, sufficient, and final. Your silence will mean complete, not defeated. As the file closes, you will feel the echo of stress fading. Echoes take time to dissolve, allow that time without judgment. Healing is not a switch, it is a tide. You will learn what to share and what to store. Shared truths help communities, stored truths protect your peace. Choose the drawer for each truth with intention. Someone will ask what you learned, and the answer will arrive like a clean note. I learned that my calm is more powerful than their drama. I learned that preparation is kindness to my future self. Archangel Machael says, make room for the new. When fear moves out, opportunity walks up the stairs and knocks. Open the door with the same calm you used on the hardest night. A good opportunity does not require you to shrink. It asks you to stand at full height and bring your clarity. Say yes to only those rooms where you can be that tall. You will create a small ritual for closing heavy days. Perhaps a light turned off with intention, a sentence written, a window opened. Let that ritual ring the bell that says, "We're done here, rest." If the accuser circles back with a softer face, keep your boundaries steady. Softness without accountability is another costume. You can forgive and still require doors to stay locked. Trust that the system, imperfect as it is, still contains honest people who take care with names. You met some of them already, more are on your path. Let their consistency restore your belief in processes, piece by piece. You may notice that people come to you for counsel after this. Offer what you can without draining yourself. You are a well, not a river on command. The next time you face pressure, your breathing will remember what to do. It will open the room inside your chest like curtains at morning. You will see your options again, clearly arranged. Finally, let gratitude anchor the lesson without romanticizing the pain. You were not blessed by the lie, you were refined despite it. Keep the gold, not the fire. And when you walk now, into your work, your meals, your conversations, walk as someone who does not bargain with their peace. Your peace is not for sale, it is your way of moving. Keep moving, steady and bright, and let the world adjust to you. Archangel Michael says, hear the quiet click of your composure locking into place. You are not improvising survival anymore, you are composing steadiness on purpose. Each choice you make tonight turns your future a little brighter and a lot safer. Think of clarity like a hallway light you leave on when you step out. It greets you when you return, and it keeps the corners honest. Leave that light on in your notes, your dates, your small confirmations. A name will cross your mind, the first person who believed in the rumor. Do not spend yourself correcting them today. Truth will travel faster than your explanations if you tend it correctly. When you speak to officials, treat every answer like a straight line. Begin at one point, end at the next, and do not braid in side stories. Straight lines are easier to follow and harder to twist. You will feel your heart try to sprint when you hear the accuser's claim repeated. Let it run 3 steps inside your chest, then bring it back to a walk. This is mastery, not stopping fear from starting, but deciding how far it gets to go. A paper you saved months ago will matter now. You kept it without knowing why, keep trusting that quiet wisdom. Sometimes your past self left breadcrumbs for this very path. There is a way to be firm without being hard. Firm says, this is what happened, hard says, I dare you to disagree. Choose firm. It protects you without burning bridges you may still need to cross. You will remember a camera that sees a part of your timeline. Gather that footage carefully, label it clearly, store it securely. Clarity deserves to be treated like something valuable, because it is. If a careless comment stings, breathe until the sting becomes a dot in the distance. Dots still exist, but they do not injure. Perspective is a healer wearing ordinary clothes. Archangel Michael says, the person behind this never planned for you to be this calm. Calm changes outcomes long before signatures do. Let them meet the version of you they did not forecast. When asked to confirm your identity, do it without flinch or flourish. Names spoken steadily become anchors. Your anchor is already dropping through the water of this moment. If a room feels hostile, scan it for one human face ready to listen. Address your sentences to that face, even if the words are for the whole room. One attentive listener can open air vents in a sealed space. Your energy must be budgeted like money. Spend it on facts, on rest, on nourishment, on people who invest it well. Do not spend it on galleries of spectators who never buy the art. There may be an invitation to talk it out with the accuser. Decline while the process is active. Resolution is not a hallway negotiation. Let the proper channels do their work. You are safer when roads have signs. You are allowed to say, "I don't know," when you do not know. You are also allowed to say, "I'll check," when something deserves accuracy. These sentences are not weaknesses, they are doorways to the correct room. The false detail they added will wobble when pressed. Watch for the wobble, it is the sound of a story failing its own physics. You don't need to shout about it, point once, then let gravity speak. A message from a quiet ally will arrive exactly when doubt tries to return. It will be plain, direct, and useful. Plain, direct, and useful is how truth dresses most days. When you step outside for air, let the sky be taller than your thoughts. Look up until your breath remembers how to widen. Wide breath is not a luxury, it's equipment. You will get better at leaving rooms that shrink you. You will also get better at expanding rooms that deserve expansion. Both are leadership, and both protect your name. Archangel Machael says, keep your dignity within reach at all times. Dignity is the coat you place on your own shoulders before walking into weather. No one else can hold it there as well as you can. If you feel the pull to justify, replace it with the practice of verifying. Justification begs, verification stands. Stand, verify, and let outcomes align with the architecture of reality. There will be a day soon when this entire ordeal fits inside a single paragraph of your life story. It will be an important paragraph, but not the headline. Let it take its proper size and no more. Someone will ask, softly, what helped the most? Answer them with 3 words: preparation, patience, presence. Those 3 have long shelf lives, keep them stocked. Track the small wins like stepping stones across a stream. You crossed here, you will cross again. Remember where the stones are, they are stable even when the water rushes. When your body asks for movement, give it 10 minutes. When your mind asks for quiet, give it 30. When your heart asks for reassurance, give it words you can stand on. Here is what I know. Here is what I can prove. Here is what I am doing next. These 3 sentences are your compass. You will start enjoying ordinary sounds again, the kettle, the hinge, the morning sweep outside. Recovery often sounds like chores becoming music. Let the music return without demanding fanfare. Archangel Machael says, humility and authority are not rivals. Humility keeps you teachable, authority keeps you intact. Wear both, and the room will find its level around you. If a late-night thought says, what if this never ends? Answer it with a date. Name the appointments, the reviews, the steps completed. Dates are rails that keep trains from imagining they're lost. You will learn to bless the door that closes a conversation. Closed doors mean transitions, not rejection. Walk to the next door with the same measured stride. At some point, you will pack the folder and realize you did not tremble. This is not numbness, it is strength settling in. Strength settles the way a good foundation does, quietly and for a long time. Choose language that does not apologize for your existence. Choose posture that does not shrink to fit other people's stories. Choose routes that let you keep your peace intact from door to door. An official will say, "Thank you for your cooperation," and it will actually sound sincere. Answer with, "Thank you for your time," and mean it. Respect is a bridge that even difficult days can walk across. Archangel Michael says, your reputation will outlive the rumor because you lived it before anyone spoke of it. Reputations grown from truth do not die in storms, they rinse clean. Let the rain do its rinsing, and keep walking. When you speak with those who love you, let them see your relief. Let them hear how you managed the hours and what you learned. Telling the truth about your resilience teaches them how to find their own. There is a simple joy waiting at the end of this, a meal that tastes like relief, a nap that feels earned, a morning that doesn't check for danger. Let yourself have it without bargaining. Joy is not a criminal, it does not need to be interrogated. If the accuser tries to circle back through a friend, thank the friend for the message and close the loop. No backdoors, no secret debates, no borrowed stages. Your peace has a guest list now, keep it curated. You will stop narrating your pain to strangers. You will start narrating your purpose to yourself. Purpose grows best in the light of quiet understanding. Archangel Michael says, the lesson has landed, you can be soft and strong, precise and kind, protective and open. You are not a contradiction, you are a balance. Balanced people bend the world toward fairness simply by standing in place. When the last form is filed and the last call is done, put the folder away. Not under your pillow, not beside your dinner, away. This is how you inform your life that the emergency is over. A week from now, someone will say you look different. They won't know it's because your spine learned a new language. Let them marvel, you will simply live it. If you ever need to revisit this night, do it to harvest wisdom, not to replant fear. Take the seeds that grow discernment and leave the weeds. Your garden has room for better things now. Archangel Michael says, your path is clear enough for the next step, and that is always enough. Walk it, rest, then walk again. You are not behind, you are precisely on time for your own life.